Welcome to this short practice on resourcing yourself. So let's take a moment to take a few deep breaths with some nice long exhales, making some sound. Softening your face.
You might want to sway a little.
Let your weight soften down. Now I invite you to close your eyes if it feels right. And bring to mind any places, ways in which you have felt under-resourced recently.
That might manifest as a feeling of anxiousness or overwhelm or stuckness.
Tiredness, frustration, places where you feel stuck. Could be work or relationships. And see if you can just really make space for your feelings there.
As you put your attention on either the memories of feeling this, or perhaps it's alive for you now as you do this practice. Just as part of the experiment, just turn the feeling up slightly. Just ask it to turn up just a little bit. Notice this part of you that's having this experience, where it is. How does it show up for you? Is it a feeling in your body? Is it a thought? Thoughts? Is it an emotion? And whatever it is, just focus on that now. Bringing all of your awareness, attention, attunement to it, if that's okay to do that. And as a side note, if it's feeling too much, then you can actually ask it to turn it down. And so now, we're going to open a dialogue here. If you haven't done this before, as best you can, bring a quality of play. It's just play and experiment. And so as you have your attention on this feeling, emotion, sensation, or thought, just ask it if it'll give you just a little bit more space, so that there can be a little bit of space between you and whatever that thing is. And then just notice inside if you feel a sense of being able to be curious about this thing. If you could get curious, notice how you feel towards it. And if you can't feel curious, whatever it is that you do feel towards it, just notice that. And then ask that thing if it will give you a little bit of space right now, so that you can get curious with this thing. Now, whatever the answer is, whether it's yes or no, if it's a no to stepping aside, turn your attention to that thing. If it's a yes, bring your attention back to that original thing you've been working with. And now just let it know that you'd like to get to know it a little better. And a question that you could ask it now is something like, what does this part of you feel concerned might happen if it didn't do this, if it didn't have this experience, or it didn't show up in this way? What does it feel concerned could happen? And just wait and see what answer comes. Maybe there's no answer, and that's okay. And then you might want to ask it something like, if it would show you really how it's feeling right now, or tell you. It might show you in pictures, or tell you in words, or you might feel it as sensations. And then just ask it something along the lines of, like, having seen that or received that information about how it's feeling, what does it need? What does it really need right now? And whatever that is, if it feels available to you, you could probably just let that part know that it makes sense that it needs that, whatever it is. And then you might want to let this part know whether or not you can give it that or not. Or just let it know that you're going to come back if that feels something like you'd be willing to do, to give this part of you more attention. And then just say goodbye or thank this part of you in your own way. And come back into that feeling within you of curiosity, the one who was talking to this part of you. And reflect on this situation that's been having you feel under-resourced. Just take a moment now to open and consider what's been missing for me in this situation. What's a quality that had I have had it or felt it, this would have felt easier for me in some way, this experience that I'm having.
This quality could be very connected to the need that your part was mentioning, or it could be a quality that would have had you, in whatever this circumstance is, feeling more in flow, more able to respond. And once you've chosen a quality, it's good to have a word to help anchor to it. Might be strength or resilience or joy, or it might be a few words. Ask yourself, what animal could represent this quality? And this doesn't necessarily have to be a real animal. You can just make it up. And really just go with whatever comes. Whatever flashes in your mind is right. Now imagine this animal. Imagine it standing in front of you. And take a moment to imagine it with different senses. What does this animal look like? What does it sound like? Reach out a hand and touch it. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Can you even imagine what it might taste like? And really notice the quality that you thought of before being embodied by this animal. And see if the animal wants to communicate anything to you. Might be just through its presence. Once again, just go with whatever arises. And now I want you to transform into the animal, enter inside of it, become it. And as you do so, let your body shift however it needs to embody the qualities this animal has. Really notice how you feel being this animal. How do you feel in your body? Keep letting yourself shift to enter more fully into the embodiment of this animal. And notice how the world seems being this animal. Being inside this quality. And you can look back at whatever the situation is that you've been challenged by. You can look at it from a distance or closer if you like. Look at it embodying this quality. Feel yourself being resourced through being this animal. Now, gradually, in your own time, start to bring your attention back to sitting in a room.
And choose 3 words as you come back. Choose 3 words that are anchors for you to anchor the messages of this experience.
And as you're ready, you can open your eyes, remembering the 3 words. See if you can still keep a sense of the quality you are just embodying as the animal. Might even still experience the animal in the background.
And know that you can do this now. Wherever you are, you can experience this animal in the background, in the foreground, in your sensory experience. We can be in 2 places at once. So you can be in the world and recall this experience. If you want to shift your state when you're feeling under-resourced next time, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.